Good evening, hockey fans. Welcome to the Glacier in Mount Pearl. A rare Thursday night game as we work toward finishing up the regular season here in the Newfoundland and Labrador Under-18 Major Hockey League. Having a look at the standings, this is a battle between number 1 and number 3 right now. Pinnacle Growlers in town to take on the East Coast Blizzard. Growlers, we know they're going to finish in top spot right now on a very nice 69 points. The East Coast Blizzard right now in third place, 44, chasing down the Tri-Pen Osprey. Osprey have a 3-game set against the Western Kings coming up this weekend. As long as Mother Nature doesn't intervene, the Osprey just need a couple of points to lock themselves into number 2. That would lock the Blizzard into number 3. But hey, anything's possible. Blizzard will try to get some points this weekend as they play the Growlers twice, once here tonight and on Saturday as well in the Goulds. Nathan Edwards is our producer. Robbie Little is behind the camera. My name is Matt Little, and I'm joined by a special guest here tonight as well. Nick Hillier is with me. Nick, good to have you.
Thank you very much, Matt. Very excited to be here for what I think is going to be a great game now between the East Coast Blizzard and the Pinnacle Growlers. Now, we had that look at the standings. I've done my homework. I followed this league all season long, and there's just something, as a townie myself, something about the rivalry between the Growlers and the Blizzard. The Growlers, yes, kind of walking away in the standings this season, but I think the Blizzard really going to put up a good fight here. We've seen a lot of good hockey between these two teams this season, and
We've seen a lot of good hockey all season long this year. Last year compared to this year in this league, we've seen these teams play each other close. We've seen everybody take points off of just about everybody. Games that had the Western Kings last year in like 12-2 losses. This year they've been in town and they've nearly taken the Growlers into overtime. Like, everybody is much more close together, despite, even if the standings might have a sort of clear 1 and clear 5 right now, the games are tight.
Yeah, and that's great to see. Tight hockey, games where you're going into the rink, you're attracting fans, and the fans are coming in saying, instead of being like, it's a first place versus last place game, it's probably, going to go one way or another. It's like probably going to go in the first place favor. Seeing those tight games, seeing a league be as tight as this one, anyone able to take any game off of anyone, that's good for the fans. It's good for the league. It's good, Matt, my marketing background myself. It's so much easier to market the hockey when you're seeing that type of gameplay, those results coming down the pipe.
Yeah, absolutely. It really does help out. And I say a Thursday game is not something we normally do. Maybe they should look at doing it a little more often. I think there might be a few more folks in the building tonight. Is that possibly members of the under-15 Hitmen over there? I'm seeing the black and jackets with the red on them.
That is indeed. I spoke to a number of them. A couple Tricom players over there. I see a Holy Heart jacket in the stands. So they're going to be a lot of the ones coming up next year.
That's right.
They're engaged, coming out to a game like this. As a teacher myself, Matt, I think I teach a few of them at Beaconsfield Junior High, but we're going to head down to the anthems.
So here we go. It's the the Metro Derby, as it were, between these two teams, the St. John's rivalry, the Pinnacle Growlers and the East Coast Blizzard here on a Thursday night. Again, second to last game of the season for both of these teams. They'll meet again on Saturday in the Goulds after we get through this one here tonight. It is a decent one here on a Thursday. The kids are here, the parents are here, a couple of other fans watching as neutrals, a decent crowd on hand here at the Glacier. It is a big building. It takes a lot to fill this place up. But nonetheless, we are good to go. Pinnacle Growlers in the black uniforms with the gold and white trim. East Coast Blizzard in the white with dark blue. Teams coming together at center ice as we get ready to drop the puck and get this one underway. Hussey winning the drawback for the Growlers. Up ahead trying to spring Avery. We got a penalty seconds into the game. Zach Earl's arms go out to say, what did I do? But, well, you whacked him in the ankles and took him down. So that's a tripping penalty just 11 seconds into the hockey game. Growlers go to the man advantage early.
Those types of penalties are the ones, Matt, that you want to avoid taking, especially early in this game. If you're the Blizzard, you want to walk into this game, or skate into this game, I should say, fighting for every chance you get and giving up those kinds of penalties, 11 seconds into the game against the top team in this league in a game that you need to win, not the best idea.
No, both guys went down to the ice, and the referee's arm did not go up immediately. It was the extra little stick motion once they were down there that ended up as the penalty. The Blizzard did get the puck all the way down the ice. Takes a few seconds off the power play as Andy Knight brings it back in, but the puck turned over and shot out to the neutral zone by Ben Spurl. Growlers will recollect and try this thing again. All the way back to the defense as Spurl applies pressure and really hems things up back there, but the Growlers do get it away from him. And now up ahead on the wing, bringing in over the blue line. Knight sending it back to the point for Devereaux. Devereaux will try his luck, and that's blocked off the stick of Spurl. Growlers behind the net. They'll send it all the way back to the blue line. Worked in again on the half wall. Dobbin at the blue line. Dishes off to his left. Devereaux in the middle. Doesn't take the shot this time around as he was pressured by Elias Marner, but the puck stays in the zone. Now Flynn got a piece of it. He'll send it around the boards, and his teammates able to help him out, do the rest. Ben Spurl getting it down the ice. Blizzard will get a four-man change in. Avery starts up again for the Growlers. 40 seconds left in the power play as we await the first shot of the hockey game. Dumped in. Power is there for the Blizzard. Luke Power with the backhander, and it does get out. Dobbin stopped it, but on the other side of the blue line. Dobbin once again collecting back in his own zone for the Pinnacle Growlers, and he'll go all the way behind the net. Just 15 seconds remaining in this Growler power play. Turned over before he could get out of the zone. Jacob Russell taking some more time off of the clock here for the Blizzard. And now Drew Ansey shooting it back in. That's going to do it. Zach Earl's penalty is over, and the puck goes up and out of play just as we return to 5-on-5 action. 2 minutes, 14 seconds gone, and we are still scoreless here at the Glacier.
If there's such a time as a good time for the puck to go out of play, I think it was right there. The Growlers about to get on the offensive, going into the Blizzard zone. As the Blizzard were looking a little tired, that one allowed them to get a quick change, and now as the face-off comes back outside.
Bit of a mess off that draw as the Growlers do get in and bend back into the offensive zone. Curley and Earl go to the back wall. Little support in there. Gavin Connors for the East Coast Blizzard. Unable to skate out of his own as it was turned over to Ben O'Brien. Now back behind the net, the Blizzard will try it again. Quinlan along the boards. Can he move it past O'Brien? No. Earl will play it back behind the net. Devin Down waiting there. He's pressured, gives it back to Earl. Ahead to Quinlan, and Quinlan moves it forward for Connors. Connors on the outside for the Blizzard. Sends the puck through the middle. Nobody on the other end of it. Quinlan keeps it alive for the home team. Goes to the side of the Growlers net. It'll be grabbed by the Pinnacle Growlers there and flipped up and out. All the way down the ice. That did not touch anything, and it will be an icing call against the Pinnacle Growlers. 16:53 still on the clock in period one as we await that, not just first goal, but first shot.
Yeah, we're 3 minutes and 7 seconds in No shots on the board. Little rare to see it with the skill level that we see between these two teams. And I think I'd say Harnham will probably face the first shot of the game here now any second.
Especially rare to see no shots after a power play that early in the hockey game. Credit to the penalty kill, I suppose. Oh, and the first one goes in! Jacob Kosh for the East Coast Blizzard. It is a 1-0 game early.
Beautiful goal there on a nice little passing play. I think the Blizzard just tried to force that puck on net on Harnham. I'd say they knew that we were, 3:07 in without a shot. Kosh able to get that one high blocker on Harnham. It's the Blizzard head up now, 1-0.
Maybe not how he drew that one up in his head, but they all work. Well, as the shots suddenly jumped to 2-2, but who's counting? Anyway, back on the attack. That will roll all the way into Harnham. He'll cover that up with Ethan Percy on the doorstep. We'll get a face-off down inside the Growlers' end. 1-0 East Coast Blizzard as we approach the 4-minute mark here in period number 1. Again, as we talked about off the top of the broadcast with the league standings, this game means more for the Blizzard than it does for the Growlers coming in here this weekend. Regardless of what happens, the Growlers know where they are going to finish. The Blizzard likely know where they're going to finish, but as they say, anything can happen. Into the corner. Philpott getting it out for the Growlers as he works behind the net. He'll send it back to the blue line. Shot from there, deflects wide. And now in along the back wall. Growlers got it out. Shot missed from Chafe. And the Blizzard get it away. 3 men coming, but the pass from Russell into some skates and knocked down. He'll just spin, dump it in. And now they'll give chase. Devereaux, first man back to it for the Growlers. He'll go back behind his net in his own zone. Devereaux drops it off. Chafe will move over, all the way over the blue line, around one defender, but not past the second. Declan Flynn got his stick in the way and knocked the puck loose. Spurl gets on it quickly, gets it away to Marner. Elias Marner brings it all the way in for the Blizzard and goes into the corner. Now moved out by the Growlers. They'll get it away to Devereaux on the right side. Devereaux plays it into the middle looking for Boland, but it took a hop. And it'll fall to the Blizzard and they'll come out. Chopped up in the air by Tucker, but the team was offside. Growlers couldn't go in and chase it. Flynn will pick it up, get to center, dump it all the way down the ice, and the Blizzard make a line change as well. And puck up in the air, out of play again. We get another stoppage just past the 5-minute mark here in period 1.
Now, Matt, I think we may have been wrong on that no-shot thing. As soon as we saw that goal go in, the timekeepers put up a little flurry of shots. But nonetheless, no real impactful shots, we'll say, from the start, besides, Kosh getting it on net early.
That's fair. And a shout-out to the guys that are helping take care of that for us. That's Malachi Marner and Jordy Flynn, both the Blizzard players out with injury. And Logan Andrews down there as well. So we found something for them to do tonight. Help run the clock. We appreciate the assistance, boys. Puck up in the air. It'll bounce down in the neutral zone and be corralled by the Blizzard. Declan Kenny shooting it in. Harnham will stop it in behind the net. Let Pilgrim come back to get it. He has to move it quickly, but finds some help over on the far side of the ice. Growlers up into the middle. Good pass in stride. 2-on-1. Boland makes the spin move and made that pass into the middle as he tried to feed Ryan Tilley and could not connect with him. No shot for the Growlers on that one. I think Tilley might have been as surprised as anyone that Boland didn't shoot. Now here comes Knight on a partial break. Knight, and a good save made by Comden. Best one of the young hockey game so far for Ty Comden as he's tested by Knight. Knocked in by the Growlers. Anstey back behind his goal for the Blizzard. Sends it around the boards. Quinlan unable to get rid of it. It'll come back, and here's Quinlan again. Down the left side. He'll play it in from just outside the blue line. Maloney got it back to the line, and it got by the guy. 3-on-2 for the Growlers, shaping up here. Shot, big save, Comden on the rebound, no! Referee says it stayed out. That one went up, hit the crossbar, and somehow didn't go over the line.
First one, a beautiful glove save there by Comden, but I could have swore that went in.
You and me both.
I thought that hit the water bottle and came out, but the referee in a much better position than
yes,
we are.
Absolutely.
So we trust his call there.
He's on the ice, on the goal line, looking straight at it. You and I are way up here above center ice. Comden will keep that one out again. As right off the faceoff, that one came to him and took a moment to pick it up through the crowd. Shot, this one blocked by Earl, and Comden will cover up. Loose puck at the top of his crease. 12:48 to go in period one. That has suddenly ratcheted up in intensity.
Right off that faceoff, it went back to the point. The shot came in, and I don't think the goaltender saw that until it was maybe a foot in front of him. That could very well have creeped through the 5-hole, tied it up for the Growlers, but the Growlers putting about 5 shots up here now as the Blizzard struggling to get out of their zone now for the past minute or two.
Well, there's a reason that the Pinnacle Growlers are as far up ahead in the first place in the league standings as they are. Everybody can beat everybody. There's a good bit of parity in the league, but these guys certainly know how to turn it on. 7 minutes, 20 seconds gone in period one. It's a Blizzard in front 1-0 as O'Brien keeps the puck in the zone for the Growlers. Earl behind his net as Curley chases him. It'll be sent around and out. Growlers try to turn it right back. Canes will let it go. It'll be picked up by a teammate. Long pass ahead for O'Brien. Gives it to Canes. Skates over the line. Canes had it knocked off his stick. O'Brien followed up. Tried to pick the short side. He put it just wide. Good strike by Ben O'Brien just off the mark. Canes works it back to O'Brien in behind the net. Percy skates in front of him but cannot take the puck away. Curley in behind the net. He's unable to center it. Flynn sending it up the boards for the Blizzard, and then Marnell does the rest to get it ahead. Kosh bumps off of Ralph, chases after the puck. And that bump was just enough to slow down Kosh, who then bumps Hussey in the corner for what it was worth. Five players in along the wall, make it 6 as the Blizzard come in to get the puck. Back to the line. Anstey will step into it, but it went just wide. Picked up by Declan Flynn on the wall. Sends it along the backboards. Blizzard were changing up some D. Growlers have time to get the puck and get it out. O'Brien cannot put on the brakes as Canes is carrying the puck in offside. Go the Pinnacle Growlers with 11:16 to go in this first period. Shots are now 8-3, as you said, Nick, in favor of the Growlers. Face off back in the neutral zone. Philpott ready to do the draw this time around with Russell. And jumped on by the Blizzard. Just onside as Spurl looks to feed the middle, but stripped of the puck by Dobbin. Hard battle in the corner, 4 players down there. Philpott was able to get it away for the Growlers to Skinner on the boards. Skinner shovels it in, chases after it himself. Drops it for Chafe. Chafe can't go to the net as Russell got in front of him. Jacob Russell for the Blizzard. Got it free, and then Spurl knocks it over to Marner. Marner pokes it in past the defender. Marner still there, goes behind the net. Centering pass at the side of the goal, and neither Spurl nor Russell able to get Wood on that one to direct it in. Back out into the neutral zone. Earl able to stop the puck, but cannot get control. The Growlers bring it in. It's Dobbin all the way into the corner. Chafe puts it in behind the net. They try to send it back out. Goes off a Blizzard skate, and it'll be picked up by the home side. Here comes Ben Spurl. Teammates changing behind him as Spurl goes in himself. Puts a shot on. Made the goaltender work for it. Oh, no, we're going to keep going. We're going to keep going. Goaltender almost froze the puck. Referees had the whistle right up there.
I think he wanted to freeze it there, but the referee told him to play it. There were no Blizzard players anywhere near, so that's probably why we saw the referee say, hey, nope, I'm not blowing it. You got 4 or 5 guys here. The Blizzard, I think their closest was near the blue line.
Fair enough. We all got places to be. Let's go. Back at the line, Drew Anstey sends it through, pinballs around, And Kenny will chase it along the boards on the far side. Gets it back to the point. Flynn with a shot up high into the glove, and that one will be held on to by Harnham with 9:30 to go in period one. 1-0 East Coast Blizzard.
We got a whistle on that one for sure.
We certainly did that time. Yeah, you don't normally see that sort of thing. But yeah, I believe you got it exactly right. That they said, hey, there's no reason to stop this thing right now. Play on, guys.
Now, and a smart play by the Blizzard too. That allowed them to come back. That allowed them to set up on a defensive effort, or maybe even cause a turnover and encroach offensively on the play.
Speaking of offense, shot from the point is kept out. Chipped up the wall. Can Flynn hold it in for the Blizzard? Well, with a little help from his friends, they do so. And now Flynn throwing it into the corner on the opposite side. Kenny going to give chase after that one, but played away before he could get there. Growlers able to get it out. Offside as Tilly came into the zone ahead of the puck carrier. Exactly 9 minutes to go in period one. Still that 1-0 lead for the East Coast Blizzard. Shots now 8-6 in favor of the visitors. Face-off back out into the neutral zone after the offside call. Gavin Connors to step in against Boland this time around. And Boland wins the draw with the skate over to Micah Tucker. They're on side as they put the long-range shot in. Comden will handle that. And we'll move the face-off a couple of feet further in.
Something that's really rewarded the Growlers so far this year, Matt, is that long-range shot from the high point, create a little bit of traffic. We saw it already once or twice in this game, and it almost paid off. There are a couple stoppages ago when I mentioned that Condon didn't see that puck until it was probably a foot in front of him.
Never a bad idea to create traffic in front and then just let it fly in there and see what happens. As Quinlan and Parsons got tied up back at the blue line. Referee's blowing the play down. Looks like it was touched with a high stick. So nothing out of Quinlan and Parsons.
Now, one thing with Patty Quinlan that I really like watching about this kid, he plays so much bigger than his actual size. He skates faster. He hits harder. And his shot, my gosh.
Yeah, Quinlan, one of the smaller guys on the team, but not afraid to go into the corners. Likes to get physical. Really just about everything a coach could want. And that's whether he's starring for the Blizzard at Holy Heart playing high school hockey or, oh, never mind, I'll finish that thought later. Goal, Tilly, for the Pinnacle Growlers. Third goal, fourth point of the season. 1-1 tie.
I think the Blizzard looked a little confused there. The defense kind of nowhere to be found. Condon couldn't get across quite fast enough as Tilly kept that on the ice. Kept it simple, got it in now. 11 shots into this game. The Growlers retaliate for that early goal that the Blizzard put past Jesse Harnham.
And just when I was trying to give the shout-out to the St. John's Junior Hockey League, of course, because Quinlan's played some games with the Celtics this year as well.
And played very well in those games as well.
But nonetheless, 1-1 game here between the Blizzard and the Growlers on a Thursday night in Mount Pearl. 8 minutes to go in period one. Puck in behind the Growler nets. It'll be sent around to the far side. Knight couldn't get it. Kept in only momentarily by Flynn, and then back out to neutral ice. Blizzard get back on side as they give chase again. Devereaux has it for the Growlers. His pass out hit Percy, and the Blizzard able to get to it. Jacob Kosh going behind the net. Drops it for Percy. Back to Kosh, back to Percy. Out in front, nobody home and taken away as Avery goes for a skate. Stops up along the half wall, looks to center the puck to Hussey. Well, Hussey does get to it as he dug it out behind the net and then gave it away on the pass out in front. Centering pass at both ends of the ice, not quite clicking. Now Flynn able to get it out of his own end for the Blizzard. Devereaux back at his blue line for the Pinnacle Growlers. Into the middle now Hussey. Skates back in. Hussey plays it into the middle again. 3 Blizzard players collapse. Onto the puck carrier. No shot on that one. Here's Kosh. Had half a step on the defender. Russell follows up, takes a shot that's blocked. Devereaux Brings it back down the ice for the Growlers. Into the middle. Finds Andy Knight. Ahead looking for Hussey. Avery follows up. Second chance. Toe save. And that's a penalty on Ty Comden as the player went to grab his stick back in front of the net. Comden pitched it out of the way. They will call that interference against the Blizzards, number 35.
The referee more than fair on that case. In front of the net, they allowed the Blizzard to get that shot at Avery in front of Comden. But once Avery lost that stick, he should have been able to retrieve it. Comden takes it, yeets it into the corner. I really don't know what he was thinking on that one. The referee's standing right behind him, and his arm shot up like a rocket from NASA.
2 minutes. You can't do that. And we are back underway here on the power play as Bolin looks for a way through. Gets the pass back out of the corner, then feeds it in for Dobbin again. Into the traffic, and that one hit down, didn't make it to the net. Growlers will try it again. Dobbin at the blue line. Out wide. Pilgrim. Now at the side of the net. In behind. Centering pass for Dobbin. Big save. Comden's without his stick again. But the Blizzard able to get it down the ice.
Beautiful cadence of saves there by Comden. Much to the delight of the Blizzard faithful.
Back down the ice. Comes Finley Dobbin to the Pinnacle Growlers. 1:10 to go in the power play. Dobbin throws it out in front of the net. Nobody there in black. Elias Marner says thank you very much, sends that one the length of the ice, and the Blizzard will get a couple of fresh legs onto the ice on the PK. Fresh bodies out there on the power play as well for the Growlers. In behind the net. Devereaux to Avery. To Knight, gains the zone. Knight into the middle, shot, shoulder save! And the goalie able to fall onto that one as he rolls back. Keeps it on the blue paint, not over the goal line. Growlers still have 39 seconds left in their power play.
Nice blocker save there from Ty Comden. I think it trickled just over his block, but he was able to fall back, get a hand on that. Before, as you said, before it could cross the goal line, a great play there by the rookie keeper.
Right back on the attack. Knight looks to the other side. Shot! Yes! You heard the ka-thunk, but that was the puck hitting the bar in the back of the net and coming out, not off the post. 2-1 Growlers.
And I think that is particularly why Comden wanted to get Avery's stick out of there. As he says, you want to do that to my stick? Nope, I got it back. Power play goal.
19th of the season for Nolan Avery, 44th point. 2-1 Pinnacle Growlers on the power play goal.
Got to give credit to Comden there. The past 10 minutes, he's had to make some spectacular saves, and he has made them.
Comden, one of those goaltenders that, you know, doesn't have that like 2.0 goals against average or anything this season, but you can't look at the stats. You got to look at the highlights because he has made outstanding stops every single time he has been in the net. Especially anybody coming up from U15 into U18. It's such a jump for these guys into this league. Both of the Blizzard goaltenders this season, rookies, and they have done an admirable job in the crease. 4.5 minutes to go now in the first period. Growlers with the 2-1 advantage as Parsons fans on it at the point. That one did come out over the blue line and went back in offside against the Growlers. 4:23 remaining. Shots now showing 15-6 in favor of the Growlers. That was 8-6 not that long ago.
Yeah, the Blizzard certainly struggling to get into the Growlers zone as they're opting for a change.
That other power play was much better than the first one.
And the Blizzard are playing with 4D as Michael Pilgrim came off during warm-ups with an injury.
Thank you for that, Nathan. I thought I've been seeing a lot of Zach Earl so far in the hockey game. So we already mentioned Logan Andrews out. We already mentioned Malachi Marner out. And then Michael Pilgrim also not dressed. And Pilgrim is such an integral part of the defense. Yep, so it's going to be a long night for those guys. Comden ringing it around the glass. And it'll be picked up by Percy. Up ahead. Kosh back to Percy. Good job by Devereaux, but following up. Luke Marnell. Two hockey game. Sorry, go ahead.
A beautiful goal there. Again, another case of just get the puck on the net. The Blizzard able to crack the blue line there. They got the blue line. They went in and just, get that puck on net. So many coaches preach that through all levels of hockey. Wayne Gretzky even said it, and Michael Scott quoted Gretzky in The Office.
It was a good one for Luke Marnell. They got the first shot in. Harnham made the save, gets on that rebound, finds a little bit of space. No such thing as a bad puck on net. 9th goal of the season, 32nd point for Luke Marnell as we tie the game 2-2. Speaking of 2-2, a 2-on-2 down the ice. Growlers with it. Moving toward the middle, can't get by Flynn. Follow up! Fired just high over top of the net as that puck came right back to Boland. And he's just unable to keep it down. Tilly, centering pass. Little backhander from Boland. Didn't get a lot on it. Kept out by Comden. Blizzard will get off the glass, and it goes past Comden and out all the way down the ice. Blizzard will keep it in. The Growlers have plenty of time to grab it, though. They'll get it up to Tilly. Tries to fire it in, but that's stopped up. Earl sending it down the ice. That'll be an icing call against East Coast Blizzard, as Earl was back at his own blue line. 2:37 remaining now in period number 1, a 2-2 hockey game.
Now, Matt, our producer, Nathan Edwards, came in, let us know the Blizzard are playing with only 4D tonight. Pilgrim went off with the injury. Of course, drafted by Baie-Comeau of the Q League. 229th just this past season. A big loss for the Blizzard here tonight against the first-place Growlers.
Well, really, all three of those defensemen that they're missing are big losses. Pilgrim and Andrews, second years. Malachi Marner up in a third-year role with the Blizzard, so not the guys you really want to go. I already mentioned, the Blizzard come in with 2 rookie goaltenders. Virtually everyone playing defense tonight is also a first year.
Well, hey, you got to start somewhere, and for the Blizzard, a lot of these guys have really proven that they belong with this organization and in this U18 Major AAA League.
Oh, absolutely. I can't say enough good things. I've had the pleasure to be here all season. You watch these guys grow and develop, and to watch them play in September and watch them play now going into February, some of them are just night and day, completely different players. And it's like that for every single team all across this league. 2 minutes to go now in period 1 in a tied first period. Blizzard will bring it in. Into the middle looking for Kelly. Didn't get to him, and off the goaltender's paddle over to the boards. Back out in the neutral zone. Knight and Avery on the rush. Knight back to Avery. Shot, save made. And a good job as the goaltender squeezes that one. And Ty Comden holds on with 1:42 to go in the period.
Looks like the referee, Alex, having a quick word now with Avery. Not sure what that was about, Matt, if you caught it. Maybe a little poke after the whistle at Comden. Nonetheless, a quick word. They seem to have kept that amicable. Is the face-off going to be coming glove side?
No, whatever it was, I didn't catch it either. Referee will control everything, though. Growlers win the draw. Parsons able to keep it in. Blizzard get a stick to it, and a good hit by Flynn as the Blizzard get it out. On the attack, Spurl, unable to get past his man. To the back wall. Blizzard centering pass, unable to connect with Marner. Spurl follows up as well, and his shot is blocked off a body. From the line, Flynn will lean into one, and that caught the post.
I think that sound was one that Jesse Harnham would love to hear when that puck goes past him.
Declan Flynn's got a big shot from back there at the blue line. Loves to use it. Not off by much on that one. Spurl from the top of the circle, and that one's off the leg pads this time around. Harnham keeping it out. A chance to go on the attack. O'Brien to the front of the goal. Big poke check by Comden.
I think O'Brien was looking for a penalty call there as when he was on the seat of his pants, looked up at the referee and kind of shrugged.
I mean, 50-50? I wouldn't have been shocked if one was called, but I think the goaltender's allowed to do that. Use his stick to protect the shot, depending on exactly where you stick said stick.
That's where a good friend of mine, a retired referee and member of the Newfoundland and Labrador Hockey Hall of Fame, has said, that's a minute and a half penalty. Do it again, I'll call it, but you get that freebie.
That's good. I never heard that one before. Just 25 seconds to go in the period as the Growlers win the face-off in the neutral zone, and Devereaux will lift a high one into the corner. Down as a look over the shoulder, tries to move it up the boards, but he's intercepted. Battle continues as Down tries to keep it away from Skinner. Now poked behind the net by the Blizzard inside the final 10 seconds of the period as they just want to hold it on the back wall here. Gavin Connor's doing a good job as time expires in period one. So a 2-2 hockey game through the opening 20 minutes. Shots on goal are 18-10 in favor of the Pinnacle Growlers. Despite that lopsided number, pretty even period overall, I think, Nick.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, the Growlers' goals a little bit prettier, but who cares about pretty when you're scoring goals? Beautiful one from Kosh to open the scoring. A number of spectacular saves from Comden.
He's certainly been the busier of the two keepers.
He's getting a little pat on the back from his fellow netminder as they're going to head down the tunnel for the 10-minute intermission.
All right, Zamboni's on. We'll take a break. We'll be back in a few. It's 2-2 between the Growlers and the Blizzard after one here in Mount Pearl.
I'll be working.
And we are back at the Glacier in Mount Pearl. It's a 2-2 hockey game between the Pinnacle Growlers and the East Coast Blizzard. Blizzard got on the board first, 2 from the Growlers, 1 back from the Blizzard, and that's left us tied as we drop the puck and get underway for period number 2. My name's Matt Little. Thanks so much for being with us. Nick Hillier alongside me on the call. Nathan Edwards is the man running the show. Robbie Little is behind the camera as Kosh carries the puck in for the Blizzard. Unable to get it to the front of the net. That'll be gloved down and brought out by Skinner. Over to Chafe. Chafe can't get the pass back to him. Now that Phil Pott, unable to handle that and get a shot on. Brought back the other way by the East Coast Blizzard. Ethan Percy playing the puck in. Kosh lets Percy pick it back up himself as he does a full lap around the zone. Percy still there. Shot up high. Just over top of the crossbar, and it comes off the wall all the way back out and down the ice. Growlers will hustle in a line change. Kosh for the Blizzard. Sends it in. It comes off the backboards right out in front. Harnham corralled that one and let his defense take over. 1 back, though, by Marnell. Connors looked to get it free along the wall, but taken away by Pilgrim of the Growlers. Here's Tucker. Micah Tucker, high slot, got it on, and the rebound cleared out of the way by Declan Flynn. Big play by the D-man. Tucker once again in the corner now for the Growlers. In front for Boland, can't get the shot away. And the Blizzard get it back out. Gavin Connors coming in. Gets taken down, slides into the back wall. Puck is still loose, now corralled by Luke Power of the Blizzard. Power trying to go across for Quinlan coming in the back door, but the puck didn't make it to him. Too many bodies in the way, and now the Growlers send it out. Not far enough for icing, despite the puck being up on edge. Zach Earl got the puck away. Picked up by Quinlan. Ahead to Power. On the right wing. Luke Power trying to beat the D-man. Gets a backhander in. Harnham made the save, and he'll hold on for the Pinnacle Growlers.
Rewind about a minute. I almost would have loved to see that shot not get cleared by Flynn, because if that didn't get cleared, the way that Comden was sprawling would have probably been one of the nicest saves we would have seen. But nonetheless, Flynn, great defensive effort, clearing that puck out and giving the Blizzard a great opportunity in the offensive zone.
Spurl got it into the middle, but the pass was into the skates of Jacob Russell. Can't get a shot, and it's cleared out by the Growlers. Picked up in stride. Avery going on goal. Avery makes his move around the goal. He scores! What a beauty move by Nolan Avery. Second of the game. 3-2 for the Growlers.
Ty Cobden's really paying for throwing Avery's stick across the ice. Man, what a great player. It's really special to see guys come through this league, grow up in this league, and see great success in this league. And a great play there by Avery to give the Growlers the 3-2 lead.
No, that was just absolutely outstanding. Left the goalie with no chance away, went around him.
That was a great example of pure patience.
Yes.
Avery didn't have the shot. He waited. He knew that he wasn't pressured by the D quite yet. And then he saw the opening, bam, in the back of the net.
So the Growlers back in front. It is 3-2. Hussey cannot clear his zone as Russell knocked it down, and now the battle continues on the wall. Marner comes out with it. Marner centering pass. Spurl on his backhand. He'll send it back to the blue line. Down will try his luck. Ooh, that one hit the bodies in front, changed direction. Goalie was going to the right and had to come back to the left. Luckily, the puck lost most of the momentum going forward. If it was going any faster, maybe, but Harnham takes care of it.
Luckily for the Growlers. Harnham having a great year this year, and credit to him on saves like that. He's made a couple good ones tonight as well, and I'm sure we're going to see a few more great ones from him tonight too.
Still lots of time to go. 17 minutes left in this second period. Growlers on top 3-2. Blizzard fire it in and tag up on side. The Growlers able to get it back out of their zone, up to center. Curley to O'Brien. O'Brien, high slot, takes a shot, does not get through the skates of the defender. Along the boards, Canes unable to keep it in as Butcher took it away from him. And then Kenny slaps it into offensive ice. Gives chase against Devereaux. Devereaux moves it up the boards. Canes to the line, but not out. Blizzard on goal looking for the tip in front, but it is kept out of the net. Back comes O'Brien for the Growlers. Trying to beat Ansey and get to the front of the puck. Ansey went down, but he did stop O'Brien. Neck guard is loose for Joel Kelly. He's got to go back to the bench as Kenny plays it off the glass and in. Curley able to get it up to O'Brien. He's cut off hard by Earl. Now Canes and down in the corner. And another neck guard's come loose. This time Percy. He's got to go back. Something wrong with the Velcro. Here's Kosh. Backhander off the crossbar.
Kosh almost with his second of the night. Jesse Harnum gives that crossbar a little thank you very much. I'll buy you a soda later.
Here comes Kosh again. Takes a shot from outside. That one's high and wide. Dobbin unable to clear the zone. Kept in by Kosh, but it'll fall onto a Growler stick. And Pilgrim sends it over to the other side of the ice. Dobbin is there, ahead to Philpott. Skinner unable to handle the pass cleanly. Blizzard will look to come back. Declan Flynn carries in. All the way to the back wall and in behind the net. Flynn still in possession against Chafe along the boards. Marnell in there, gets it back to Connors. Pass, settles, scores! Gavin Connors did not get that pass where he wanted it, put it back where he wanted it, and still ripped it home. 3-3 tie. What a shot!
Bit of bar down action there. You heard the ring. But, man, Harnum really having to thank his posts a bit tonight. They can only be kind to him for so long. And a beautiful shot there from Gavin Connors. So, as I feel like almost every goal tonight is just, you score? I can do that too.
That's what we've had so far. And that gets Connors to double digits, 10 goals on the season for him, as he makes it 3-3 here in the second period. Been a great hockey game and still a ton of time to go. And the goal scorer, Connors. Blizzard just able to keep it in. Connors getting it back from Power. Connors with a shot. Tried to go 5-hole. Goaltender says no. Still with it, though. Now to Flynn. Flynn will take a shot just wide.
What a beautiful shot he has, though. Declan Flynn. That was a beautiful shot. Wide, but beautiful.
There's Bolin trying to find some room down low. Stopped by Comden. At the line, can't keep it in. Maloney. He fired it back in offside. Go the Growlers, 14:06. Still on the clock in period 2.
Shots 21-15. Score even. Matt, I got to ask you. Usually you ask me the questions. I'm going to ask you this one. It's a really even game so far.
Yeah. I mean, just despite, the shots, as we say, are getting closer than they were before. Still a healthy lead for the Growlers in that department, but you can't always go by shots on goal to decide, the stats on the sheet, how even the game was. You got to see it going as we get an icing call here. Just unable to beat that one out. It was close. But this has been a very back-and-forth hockey game. You said it. Kind of anything you can do, I can do better. Been very back and forth.
And the goals have almost gotten progressively more and more highlight reelish, if that's even a word.
It's
now
now
a word. I've made it up. But some beautiful goals tonight on both sides.
No, you're absolutely right. It's getting better as they go. At this rate, make this thing 10-9. Sorry, goalies.
3 Michigan goals later.
Devin Down trying to get it out of his zone for the Blizzard. It'll fall to Russell. He's able to get it out of there. Down is limping as the puck is shot back in.
Really not what the Blizzard want to see. They're down limping there. He's favoring one of his legs as he goes to the bench to get the change.
Nope, that knocks the Blizzard down to currently 3 defensemen.
At this rate, Will Morgan might have to go out and play defense.
Who needs D? Just send out extra forwards.
2 goalies also work.
Boland on the attack for the Growlers. Can't center it past Flynn. Having himself a game. He's going to get lots of minutes tonight. Back down into the Growlers' end. Be picked up there by Devereaux. He's able to get it ahead to a teammate. Hussey left it for Knight at the blue line under some pressure, but he gets it over to the other side of the ice. Back to Connor Hussey on the attack for the Growlers, right into the middle. Hussey doesn't have a shot, tried to drop off, didn't work. The Blizzard take it away, Jacob Russell. Shot in by Flynn. Blizzard will change a body or two as the puck intercepted, bounces out in front. Still loose there, nobody able to pull it onto their stick though. No shot as Butcher loses his stick. Growlers now on the attack. Hussey looking for space. Hussey backhander put it wide. Nice job to get through the D, just can't finish. Pilgrim will keep it in for the Growlers. Devereaux didn't get much on that one, and an easy stick save for Comden. Devereaux at the blue line again. Passes off Pilgrim. Did not get through as Anstey, I believe, got his body on that one. Hussey again. Keeping it in for the Growlers. Pilgrim knocked down to his knees in the corner. And the Blizzard able to do just enough to get it out to the neutral ice. But it's the second period. It's awful hard to get that change in if you only get the puck to center. Shot in by the Growlers, and there's your opportunity to get a change for the home side as we get an icing against the Pinnacle Growlers. 11:21 to go in period 2.
Growlers, Devereaux there with the point shot. Thought his stick, the way that his shot came off his stick, it almost sounded like the stick almost give way on him. But nonetheless, he got that shot off.
Now he's able to clear the zone this time around. And Knight with speed jumping on it. He's got Hussey with him and cannot beat the sliding defender. That's Devin Down who went and did that. So the Blizzard back up to 4D. Nice to see Devin Down suffering no ill effects of whatever was going on before. It might be still skating a little gingerly, but he's going. Percy in behind the opposition net. Played back toward the point, nobody there. Growlers take over. O'Brien got it to Avery, who's got 2 in the game. Dobbin back to the blue line. Avery sends it through traffic and gloved down by Comden.
Comden able to see that shot come right from the point. Now back to Devin Down for a second. He really is looking like he's playing hurt right now.
There's no way he's 100% right now, but you know, I can finish my thought here in a moment. Another save, another glove save held on to. Devin is absolutely one of my favorite people on this team. I have traveled with these guys. You know, I was with them when they went to the Monctonian earlier this season. Yes, Nathan, you were there too. I had more chances to talk with some players than others. I ended up spending a fair bit of time with Down. Just a wonderful human being, someone that I want to see good things happen to and not have to be out here playing on one leg. So hopefully that was just like a Charlie horse and he's going to be able to shake it off. We have got an intermission in 10 minutes. Pilgrim shooting it in for the Growlers on the wrong side of center, though. It should be an icing call, and it is.
Now, you get to talk about Devin Down, saying you've got to know him through this team. I had the unique opportunity last year, actually, to teach him grade 11 social studies and coach him in ball hockey. And I gave Devin, as a grade 11, not very often do you see the grade 11s get letters in high school tournaments. I could not give it to him. He's such a natural leader. He's a very kind-hearted guy and just a joy to be around. And a great hockey player, too.
Yeah, wonderful. And a guy that was, an AP with the Blizzard, wanted to be on that full roster, wasn't there, never complained, kept putting in the work, and he's there this year and doing a wonderful job. Turnover, and that one didn't miss by much as Drew Caines let it go from inside the circles just up over top of the net. Pilgrim keeping it in for the Growlers. Round behind the net. Quinlan there for the Blizzard. Under some pressure from Skinner. Quinlan will get it away. Anstey trying to move it along the boards. He will, up to Luke Power. Power, cross ice, finds Quinlan. Quinlan moves in, drops it back to Power. Power drags it through some legs, but can't get the shot on goal. Kept in at the line, centering pass for Gavin Connors. Got only a piece of it. Goaltender, big stretch out to make sure it doesn't go in the net. It went off the side netting, but that's as close as they came. Quinlan, good move to keep the puck in. Centering pass, knocked down by the Growlers. And they're able to get it just out of the zone. Now Chafe bringing it back in on the attack for the visitors. Chafe trying to go through the D. That doesn't quite work. At the side of the goal, stopped by Comden. And the goaltender will sprawl out. Get on top of that puck at the side of the net and hold on. Big save, Ty Comden, 8:48 to go. In period number 2, we're still tied 3 apiece.
Thought there was going to be a little bit of a kerfuffle in front of the net then, but I think they were all very, very friendly. It's nice to see in this league, guys who are sitting next to each other in social studies class.
Sometimes.
And then they probably did that this morning and come out here tonight and play in what I would call a very great rivalry.
I've said more than once when these teams have played this year, sometimes you do get bad blood between the teams. Certainly these two, they want to beat each other. They want to win. They want the bragging rights, and they're going to play hard. They're even going to talk some smack down there in the ice. But you rarely see these two teams like cheap-shotting each other and doing that sort of thing because these guys all know each other. A lot of them are friends off the ice, despite the fact whether they're in the black or the white uniform tonight.
I think Zach Earl got away with, again, one of those minute-and-a-half penalties I talked about earlier there.
There's Russell. Oh, tried to go 5-hole. And Harnham squeezes the pads together and holds on to that one. 7:57 to go in period number 2. Still tied at 3. And it's not like, we're not going to see any penalties between these two teams. It certainly does happen. Guys are playing hard. They want to win. I'm still laughing at Comden tossing that stick earlier, but
watch
he's
now.
not.
Avery's going to get one more tonight.
A commentator's curse.
Oh, big time. That's like never dropping the word shutout. I mean, it's safe to say it now.
Yeah.
Or, in a tie game, I'm not going to drop the word that starts with "oh" quite yet.
Devereaux trying to drag it around. Declan Flynn can't do it. And Flynn dispossesses. Back to the line, Tucker there to keep it alive for the Growlers. Boland looking for options. Tried to play it across the blue line. It came out as Joel Kelly was all over Boland. Growlers will reset. Here's Devereaux. Defender carries in, lets it fly, and a glove save made again by Comden. Comden really flashing the leather here in the second period. Made a lot of saves up top there with the glove. Not sure if the Growlers are shooting there intentionally or it's just where it ends up.
Well, whatever the Growlers are doing, it's not working a lot of the time, as Comden making some spectacular glove saves throughout this game so far.
Now up to 24 stops so far in the game. Not bad for 33 minutes of hockey. Thereabouts. Down for the Blizzard. Keeps it, gets it over to a teammate. Up the wall, out through the middle. Did Kosh get a piece of that one? Linesman says yes. Let's keep going. Percy digging it out on the wall, but taken away from him. Marnell steps in to help out. He's battling Ralph. Picked up by Kosh. Kosh looking for somewhere to go with it. Tries to play it back for Marnell. Unable to get there. The Growlers got sticks in the way. Growlers looking for a way out of their own zone. They'll feed Tucker, and he'll flip it out to the neutral zone. Stays on side. Here's Pilgrim on the break. Comden got a piece.
Spectacular blocker save there.
Growlers stay on it. Tucker can't get around down as the puck was left behind. Here's Tilley. Over to the far side of the ice. Pilgrim settles, fires. That changed directions in front, but goes wide of the net. Dobbin loses out against Kosh. The two of them all tied up. Fans want a penalty, and it is going to be called. And now as the Growlers touch up. That'll officially be a hook against Finley Dobbin of the Pinnacle Growlers. And I believe this is the first power play of the night for the East Coast Blizzard.
We've seen a pretty clean game so far, Matt. Two teams, again, as you said, they're skilled teams who want to go out and play a good game of hockey. Is there going to be bad blood between them? Of course. It's natural in the game, and especially between these two teams. But, those kinds of penalties, the ones you don't really want to take.
Set up on the power play, Declan Flynn. That hit some skates in front and didn't make it through. Luke Power into the middle looking for Spurl. Well read by O'Brien. And the follow-up is able to be cleared out by the Growlers all the way down the ice. Comden will stop it, leave it for Flynn. Long pass up. Finds Spurl, just stops it and let the player in stride pick it up. Now it's a Spurl. Battling Pilgrim in the corner. Kelly helping him out. Power there as well. O'Brien digging away for the Growlers. It's up in the air, off the glass, off the skates, just got out as Flynn unable to hold the line. Connors just keeps that one away from O'Brien. And the net guard came off again on Connors. That is 3 net guards in this period the Blizzard have lost. I've never seen that many times.
I don't think I've seen that many this season.
Boys, do up those straps. It's important. Chance to go shorthanded breakaway. Micah Tucker in on goal. Quinlan hustling back. Goaltender keeps it out.
Comden tracked that one down really well, but you have to give brownie points there to Paddy Quinlan for getting back a great effort. Yes, that little applause there. A great effort. Again, shows that he plays so much bigger than his size. He's able to go out, skate hard, and against a player like Micah Tucker, he's able to impact the play there in a clean way and salvage the last 22 seconds of this power play.
Yeah, Tucker is tough. Tucker is fast. The fact that you were able to catch him on a breakaway is impressive. And here is Quinlan skating behind his net. Puts on the brakes as he changes direction. Penalty's just about over as the Blizzard get it ahead for Jacob Kosh. Kosh on the outside. Does he have options? Into the middle for Percy. Percy tried to give it back to him, but the puck goes too far. Player out of the box waiting for the pass. Here's Avery. In on goal, hit the post! And it bounces back to the goaltender and Comden holds on. Oh, you got to be a little bit annoyed with that when you had a gorgeous chance like that in a 3-3 hockey game. But when you've already got 2, it softens the blow a little.
Well, the other thing is, and as great as that was for the Growlers to have those 2 opportunities, 2 straight breakaways against Comden, I know the Blizzard are playing with 4 defenders, but at what point do you look at it and be like, boys, we still got 3.5 left. We got to play. We got to get back.
No, you're right. With opportunities like that, you can't squander too many of them or it will come back to bite you. And normally with several breakaways and attempts like that, they go in more often than not. Just over 3 minutes left here in the second period. Blizzard have to tag up on side. Growler D has plenty of time to grab the puck. Devereaux sends it up the wall. Avery unable to get it out of the zone. Spurl chasing it down, but played away before he could get there. Knight fires it in on the wrong side of center. That is going to be an icing call. He took a funny little bounce off the back wall and came back toward the goalie, but held on to.
The Blizzard really needing to pick up the pace with the shots here in the next 2:48. Against the Pinnacle Growlers, you don't mind being tied with them. You'd love to have that lead going into the third period against them.
And depending on what happens, these points may mean something for the Blizzard. We will see as Knight tried to get going, and last man back. Declan Flynn got the stick on the deck and knocked that puck loose.
He's playing a phenomenal game tonight.
He's going to need a Gatorade in the intermission. Right back on the attack, it's Avery. Played it back from Knight, but he was covered, couldn't get a shot. Here goes Marner. Bumps into Ralph. Hussey sending the puck around the boards. Knight skates in again for the Growlers. For Avery. Avery at goal off the stick. Blizzard able to get control and get it out. Russell. And now it'll come back to him. Now well protected by Ralph as he gets the body in the way and keeps it away from Butcher. Growlers move it out just in time. Canes getting it in deep. Curley will go back after it in behind the goal as he bumps into Flynn. Given away, O'Brien! Save is made. Kept in at the line by Ralph. Growlers still on the attack with 1:25 to go in the period. Curley giving it to Canes. Plays it back to the blue line. Maloney gives it back to him. Back to the blue line again. O'Brien. His shot, that one got through, and a save made by Comden. Got to think the Blizzard would just take an icing at this point if they could just get it out of their zone. Around to the other side of the ice, Declan Kenny. He's under pressure and can't clear. To the line, but not out. Another shot through. Comden makes a save. Juggled it a little bit, but he holds on. 45 seconds left in the period.
It's been a little while since we've seen the Blizzard get a shot now on Jesse Harnum. 45 seconds left in this frame. Will we see another goal? Certainly possible, as they're going to go with Connors Quinlan. And I believe that's Power.
You got it. And they win the draw. Quinlan able to get it out. Creating a 2-on-1. Dobbins lost his stick. Power! And Quinlan and Power both look skyward. What a setup. And it just hops off of Luke Power's stick, and he can't get a good shot on.
If Power absorbed that pass a little better, Harnum was on his stomach.
Yeah.
He didn't have a defender within a stick's length. I think he probably would have had about 2.5 feet by 6 of open net. Just get it above Harnum. It would have put him up 4-3.
Good chances missed at both ends of the ice. One team will lament it. One team will forget about it when they win. Who's that going to be? We'll see. Still another period to go, plus another few seconds left in this one. Blizzard racing after it in their own end. Growlers trying to get one more shot on goal here. Final 10 seconds of the frame. Quinlan over on the other side of the ice. He'll find it in the corner, and Quinlan going to take it to the wall and try to hold on. Growlers will dig it back out. Do they have time for a shot? They do not, as the buzzer goes to end period 2. Tied after period 1. We are tied after period 2. Great game of hockey between these two teams. Shots are 34-18 in favor of the Growlers, but they're tied where it counts 3-3.
Some great opportunities missed on both ends. That, look, someone got to win this game, and those missed opportunities are the ones that these players, whichever side is going to be the losing side, will sit there, arms on their knees and their head in their hands, saying, oh, I wish my shot was 2 inches to the left. Oh, I wish I had absorbed that shot better. Whether it was Avery going off the post for the Growlers or Power kind of fumbling the pass there. And, either way, this is also, I just want to point out at center ice, one of my favorite parts of the game. Just the brotherhood that is the goalies.
Yeah, we tried to get the camera on that, didn't quite catch it, but all 4 goaltenders were right there on the center ice line to have a chat.
I love the sportsmanship of this game, and I love, the camaraderie, not just the play. Everyone loves watching the play, but I love those moments. Seeing that's a really special part of this game.
All right, let's take a break. Third period's on the way from the Glacier and Mount Pearl. It's 3-3 between the Blizzard and Growlers through 40. Let's go. Period number 3. Growlers, Blizzard. As soon as all the Blizzard players get out of the tunnel.
I guess some of them don't know what the buzzer is for.
We are underway in period number 3. Tie game between these two rivals here in Metro. They will have one more game against each other in this regular season, and that will be Saturday. That will be in the Goulds. But first we got to finish this one here at the Glacier in Mount Pearl. And the Growlers are on the attack. Boland. And for Tucker. Tried to go through the legs of Kosh, got taken down. Goaltender going out for the extra attacker with the delayed penalty to the Blizzard. Devereaux with a shot through. It'll come right back to him. They'll continue on. Tucker gets away from Marnell. Passes it over to the other side of the ice. Around behind the net, Boland. And finally the Blizzard get a stick on it, and that penalty is going to be called just about a minute into the period as we get the trip.
Now that's the second period this game that we've seen the Blizzard take a penalty very early on. We saw it early in the first. I believe it was just under 10 seconds into the game. Now, just under a minute into the game, nonetheless, still in a tie game against the Growlers, you really can't afford to take those types of penalties. The tripping plays where you're just behind the play and you can't get ahead of it. So in desperation, you put your stick in there and give it your best shot.
Comden making a good save there. Really, coming into this period, we've been talking all game about the Blizzard having that short bench, not having those defenders. You really thought that the Blizzard would be the ones to come out of the gate because they're going to be losing gas later in the period. Now, instead of being able to go on offense, they've got to go right on to defense. And that is certainly not what Coach Jeff Brewer wanted out of his team here. Minute 35 still to go in this power play as Devereaux looks for a lane. Knight back to Devereaux, shot through and a save made by Comden. Devereaux, good job to keep it into the blue line. Knight back to Devereaux. Elias Marner parked in front of Devereaux, not making his life easy. They got the puck back over to Knight. Blizzard got to stick to it but could not clear the zone. Devereaux again. Plays it into the corner. They'll give it back to Knight. Creeps in, shot deflected off Marner, up and out of play.
Growlers struggling a little bit to get the opportunity and the play going there on the power play. Blizzard doing a great job killing just under a minute off of it now. Is Earl going to go down and give Ty Comden some encouragement? Face-off coming blocker side. Minute and 7 left in this power play.
And Growlers win the draw, get right back to work. Finley Dobbin now at that right point. Moves into the middle, takes his shot, knocked down in front, and then bounces wide of the net. Skinner heading off the ice in some discomfort for the Growlers. They get a new man on as Pilgrim picks up the puck and moves it into Philpott, who was the replacement for Skinner.
Now, I think Skinner was the body who blocked the shot, his own team shot in front. It looked like he was favoring the arm, his wrist. So, of course, we hope he's okay. We'll see if he's back out on the ice anytime soon.
Yeah, definitely somewhere upper body on Skinner as that puck goes into the second row. Unfortunately, you've got to get those bodies in front to take away the goaltender's eyes. But then, hold on, you go stand over there, and then I'm going to shoot this frozen piece of rubber as hard as I can at you. Hockey's a weird sport, man.
It really is, but I love it.
Still 19 seconds to go in the tripping penalty against Jacob Kosh of the East Coast Blizzard. And they win the faceoff. Having trouble getting it outside the zone, but they do. Knight will pick it up, come right back in for the Growlers. Feeds Hussey, and Anstey knocked the puck off his stick. Now Power intercepts a pass. Final seconds as Power brings it up ice. Penalty's over. Kosh will come out of the penalty box. We return to 5-on-5 play, and it's Quinlan who's going to jump in. Power to Quinlan. Couldn't quite handle that pass. He'll go get it in behind the net instead. Quinlan keeps the puck away from Avery. Now it's chipped out. Flynn, lone man back there for the Blizzard. He'll play it up the boards. Power into the middle. Connors picking it up. Gavin Connors throws it at the goal, looking for a rebound. Blizzard do get to it, but can't get a good shot on goal. Following up. Great play by Connors. He knew he wasn't going to score on that shot, but get it in there, low, hard off the pads, and force that rebound. You never know what's going to happen. Here he comes
Blizzard
again.
have had some great opportunities in getting that puck on net. That's where two of their goals have come from tonight.
Connors is bringing it back up the ice, then just got to center, feathered it in so he could go off on a line change. Now Butcher and Kelly out there in pursuit. Along with Declan Kenny, who goes down. He's back up. He's okay. Here comes Kelly over the blue line. Kelly tried to go between the D, didn't work. Butcher follows up. Goaltender got that off the top of the stick. Butcher, I believe, had a couple of goals last weekend at the year-end tournament out in Western.
Avery and Earl exchanging some pleasantries. I don't think they're making plans to get ice cream after this game based on the gestures between the two, and some barking going back and forth between the Blizzard and Growlers bench.
Well, it's getting late in the game here. Third period, tied. It's tense. You expect it. Still inside the Blizzard end. Now forced out over the blue line. Devereaux will snap it over to the far side of the ice. Ralph will shoot it in. Comden will come out of the net and send it around the glass. Kenny looking to get rid of the puck, battling O'Brien. O'Brien kept it in. Goaltender looked behind him and then back on goal again, and Comden keeps it out of the net. Great job there. Back comes O'Brien. Fights his way through down, all the way into the corner. Tries to throw it in front, couldn't do it, as Kosh is all over him. Kane's in there to help dig it out for the Growlers, and he gets to it, and then gets pushed into the boards by Flynn. Still battling. Kane's down to a knee, now back up on his skates to the line. Devereaux kept it in for the Growlers. Nick Devereaux outside. Sharp angle shot hit the outside of the net. In the corner now on the far side. O'Brien will find it, get it back to the line for Ralph. Ralph just throws it into the corner here near side. Canes is there. Canes has two Blizzard players to deal with. But his teammates find it. Centered for O'Brien! And no, kept out again. Ben O'Brien with time and space in the slot. Unable to bury it. We stay 3-3. 6 minutes gone in this third period. It's been all Growlers. Devereaux to Canes in the slot. Can't get a shot away. Blizzard just need to clear the puck to the line. It did come out. Growlers have to go back. They're going to make a line change as Flynn just gets it down into the other end, and the Blizzard can make a line change as well. In the middle of the ice, Flynn knocking it down, picked up by Power for Connors. Trying to give it back to him, taken away by the Growlers and sent out. Declan Flynn knocking it back in for the Blizzard. They tag up, or at least try to. Timing was slightly off. Kosh will go off and complete his line change. Blizzard take it away again at the blue line. Pass for Luke Power. He'll drive it down the ice, right on to goal. Harnum will steer that over to the boards. Dobbin around behind the net. Up through the middle. Finds Tucker. Tucker just outside the circle. He scores! Micah Tucker, pinpoint accuracy on that one as he beats Ty Comden. And the visitors go up 4-3.
We talked a little bit about in the second period Micah Tucker's ability to get the job done. He got the speed, he got the skill, he got the shot, and we saw that there. Had the patience, sidestepped, skated across, found the opening, but that speed, his shot there, going to put the Growlers on top on a really nice goal that I think Ty Comden would like to have back.
Yeah, it was a pretty goal. Certainly no shade there. but the goalie will probably feel he could have done a little better on that one. I'm going to side with the shooter. That was a gorgeous release. So 4-3 Growlers. 7.5 gone in the third period. Still working on Skinner, and he is holding his arm over on the Growler bench. We'll keep an eye on that one as the Blizzard get a shot on goal, and Harnham able to hold on to that one.
Yeah, just back to Skinner for a second. We see on the bench, he's favoring his left elbow. He has his left elbow kind of laid in his right hand, sitting on the bench, not looking like he's going to be seeing some ice time, getting a bit of comfort there from Micah Tucker. Things we don't like to see, but certainly I think the Blizzard will take any kind of break they can get at this point.
On the plus side, looking at it from here, he is at least on the bench as opposed to gone back to the room. And
absolutely.
Again, this game and the one on Saturday for the Growlers mean nothing. He doesn't have to play. The next weekend's going to be the 4 versus 5 series. Growlers not on the ice. So if anything is wrong and it's minor, he's got time to let that sit and come back strong again for the start of the postseason when they'll host whoever gets through that 4 versus 5 series between Western and Central. So hopefully the fact that Skinner is on the bench as opposed to gone around to the room is a good sign that whatever is ailing him can be maybe fixed by an ice pack and some rest.
A lot of coaches, when you get into those games that don't really have a difference in the standings, probably going to see them favor bringing in some APs, get some ice time for them, get some experience for those players. It's great to see players like Brady Ralph out here tonight.
11:10 remaining in the third period as the Blizzard bring it in again. Spurl stripped to the puck as he tried to go through a wall of black and gold shirts. Avery knocked down Earl, fed Hussey, but then he was cut off by Jacob Kosh and couldn't get to the net. Puck is played out by Zach Earl. He needs to go off in a line change. Devereaux has Kosh step in front of him, but stays with it, plays it in for the Growlers. And a little bit too far. That is an icing call against the Pinnacle Growlers with 10:42 remaining. Shots now 39-23 in favor of the Pinnacle Growlers. They lead 4-3. Growler going to be waved out of the face-off circle here. So
I don't think Hussey realized that he was getting waved out of that one.
No, it took a while. Blizzard do win the draw. Kosh to Flynn. Plays it around behind the goal. Back out in front, trying to feed Marnell. Couldn't get a shot away. Knight was on him quickly. Round behind the goal. Percy is there, battling against Ralph. Puck comes loose. Flynn's got to drop back as the Growlers pick it up. Flynn knocked it loose off the stick of Knight. And the two go into the corner. Now behind the net. Growlers trying to get it out in front. Bouncing puck in behind the goal. Avery taken into the back wall. Growlers maintain possession, however. Hussey had it stripped. Marnell got it ahead to Kosh. Just onside as they feed it cross ice. Marnell will take it off the boards. Growlers get it away from him. Here comes Knight. Half a step on Earl, but can't get a shot. Knight will throw it back in front, and it's cleared out of the way. I believe that was down. It got his stick to it. It was. Puck bounces across, hit a Blizzard player, stopped in front of the goal, and then it's skied up over top of the crossbar again. Puck has spent a lot of time in the air in this hockey game. Luke Marnell dumping Hussey there in the neutral zone, and then Hussey trips up Marnell, and the referee called that.
Marnell got his free shot in at Hussey, but Hussey retaliating in. I talk about those 1.5-minute penalties. That was about a 2.5-minute penalty. It was so obvious. But the Blizzard going to get an opportunity here as Power, Quinlan, Kosh going to be up front alongside a number of their other players. Great face-off win there.
Flynn is the lone defenseman. Percy plays as a fourth forward / second defenseman on this power play for the Blizzard, and he's on it now. In for Kosh. Behind the net to Power. Power tried to feed it out in front. That'll go off some shin guards and bounce down to Harnham. He'll cover that one up in the crease.
A little bit of a pinball play there. Last padded hit was that Patty Quinlan. It lost a little bit of the momentum, but still went in there with considerable force, enough to cause Harnham a little bit of worry there.
Draw one clean. Percy. Flynn back to Percy. Top of the circle. Percy. Once again, puck is up over top of the crossbar as both teams are shooting high. Flynn back over to Percy, back to Flynn. Hopped off the blade of his stick. He'll get it back. Kosh. Flynn. Flynn will let it go. Save made by Harnham. Quinlan gets himself in there to win that puck back for the East Coast Blizzard. Luke Power fanned on his pass but maintains possession. And then stripped away. Dobbin getting it out. All the way down the ice. Good clear. 50 seconds remaining in the power play for the East Coast Blizzard. Puck given away by Flynn, who makes up for it with the big hit as he comes right back and runs over. And that is Skinner. So back up and on the ice. Shot. Harnham made the save and the rebound cleared all the way down the ice by the Growlers. Great job.
What an open ice hit. Something you don't see a lot of anymore. A lot of these players, you grow up, you're taught to hit. Oh,
there's
a little
Skinner.
miscommunication.
Yeah, miscommunication indeed. A drop pass went off for the line change, and he ended up dropping it right to Skinner, who, great to see him back on the ice, but oh, what a shift to walk back into. But what a job he's doing. 1-on-3. Killed the whole rest of the penalty. We're 5-on-5 again. Tucker can't get through a wall of white shirts. Here comes Spurl back in for the Blizzard. Just lost the handle on it, overskated as Boland goes behind his net. Sends it around the boards, but grabbed by the Blizzard. Connors tries to dish off. That didn't work. And the Growlers are able to get it out. Up the ice for Tilly. Tilly will get on it. Tight angle as he goes to the front of the net. Back through the crease, and it didn't go.
Beautiful paddle save there by Ty Comden.
Kelly trying to fight his way through the line as his teammates were in behind him changing. Joel Kelly will go off to complete that line change now, but what a job buying time. Down there in the corner being watched by a massive crowd. That's the junior team. They're ready to come on for practice after this.
That is indeed the Mount Pearl Junior Blades, the host of the 2024 Atlantic Junior Hockey Championships, the Don Johnson Memorial Cup, and that will be brought to you live here on AOTV. AO Live, I should say. My apologies. And I believe we're going to be hearing a familiar voice that week.
There'll be a few familiar voices going on that week. I'm happy to be a part of it in any way I can help. It's a big event. Haven't been anywhere near that one in a number of years. 5:40 to go in the hockey game. Growlers up 1, 4-3, and they're on the attack again. Back to the line. Devereaux lets it fly. Stick save by Comden. Puck will come back out. All the way to center. Growlers trying to finish up their line change there. And they do get it in. As Declan Flynn sends it hard around the back wall. Marnell unable to clear. Chafe looking for Philpott. Couldn't get the puck to him. Marnell up ahead for Kosh. Jacob Kosh on the rush. Devereaux following him all the way to the backboards. Puck comes loose. Kosh will get it back for Flynn. Didn't get a lot on the shot, and it hits Skinner. Tight angle shot from Percy, and Harnham's going to hold on to that one.
I don't know about you, Matt, but I'm feeling the last 3-4 minutes, ever since that penalty to Connor Hussey, the Growlers, the temperature of this game has gone up. More hits. We've seen a great opportunity for Skinner there on the penalty kill. The Blizzard, couple nice shots on Harnham since. I think we're in for an exciting finish.
4:35 to go in a one-goal game. I would expect nothing less. Here's Ben Spurl for the East Coast Blizzard. Ahead for Russell. He's covered well by Dobbin. Skinner and Marner in a battle for it. Puck kept in by the Blizzard after Marner forced it loose. Skinner back again. He'll lift it up in the air this time around. It'll bounce out. Blizzard knock it back in, get back on side. Dobbin in control. Along the boards, got it ahead for Reed Chafe. Now Philpott finds it. Philpott pushed off the puck, but it falls to a teammate. Skinner tried to send it back to him, but Philpott was knocked down. Blizzard come back 2-on-2 inside 4 minutes. Pass from Marner, missed Spurl. Growlers will get it out, only to center where it was stopped by Down. Earl, his pass missed Spurl, but it will come back to number 5 for the Blizzard. Now here's Russell. Russell tried to make a pass. That one hit Chafe, and he's got to hustle back. Knight jumping on the loose puck. Andy Knight holds up at the face-off dot. Shot was blocked. Declan Flynn getting in front of it. Here comes Spurl on the rush. Can he beat the defenders? Spurl, no, he cannot, as it was taken away by Dobbin. Drop back by Avery. Knight back in for Avery. Trying to feed it in front for Knight, but it goes off a Blizzard body. Lifted high up in the air, gloved down at the line, and kept alive by the Pinnacle Growlers. 3:05 remaining here in the third period. Power to Connors. Connors on the rush. Quinlan going to the net. Connors. Hussey, great work with the stick to take it away from Connors, who then high jumps him. Loose at the line. Connors trying to take it away from Knight. They'll force it in over the line. Luke Power onto it. He can't get through the defender. Parsons doing a good job standing him up. Avery, pass trying to spring Knight, and the pass just off the mark. If that was onto his tape, he was probably through those 2D. Anstey and Hussey bump along the back wall. Anstey won the battle, and they get the puck away. Up ahead again for Power. Quinlan rushing in to join him. Power around one man. Over to Quinlan, no room! Goaltender's pad right up to the post. And there's nowhere for Quinlan to get that puck through. 2:05 now remaining. Puck in the Growlers' end. The referee grabs the deadwood on the ice and gets that out of the way. Maloney getting it away for the Growlers. They'll get it to center and just try to dump in, but it was blocked by Quinlan. Quinlan carries back in for the Blizzard. Goaltender creeping way out of the net. He's up to the hash marks, but he's not gone yet. Down, keeps it in at the line. In for Kosh. Behind the net. Kosh out in front for Quinlan. What a save! Highway robbery! Harnham with the glove to take it away from Patty Quinlan. And the Growlers maintain the 4-3 lead with 1:33 to go in the third. On a night of amazing saves at both ends of the rink, that was the best. Timeout, Blizzard.
I have no words.
I mean, I'm pretty sure the parents of both teams were applauding that. When that happens, it's a good save.
I think the 2023 St. John's Junior, 2019 and 2023 St. John's Junior Hockey League goaltenders of the year, 2020, and 2023, are standing down there in the corner right now, and I think they were definitely impressed by that. Jesse, someone we may see move up there next year. But that save,
The Pioneers goaltender.
I'd bet my next paycheck that save is going to be on Atlantic Puck Highlights by the end of the night. That'll come up on my TikTok for you page at about 2 o'clock this morning when I can't sleep. But honestly, a great play by Harnham. Net empty in the Blizzard end in favor of the extra attacker.
Percy wins the draw clean. Let's get back on it. 6-on-5 with 1:29 to play. Blizzard in control. They try to center for Power, but it's taken away by the Growlers. Shot toward the empty net. They got it. On target, Micah Tucker makes it 5-3 with the empty net goal. That one might be enough to ice this one as Comden goes back into the goal. 1:19 still to play as they make it a 5-3 game. Blizzard would have to strike awfully quick.
Matt, I still can't get over that save by Jesse Harden.
I know, hard to focus after something like that, isn't it?
Wow. And the question then becomes, hey, it's a 5-3 game now on an empty net goal. If that had gone in and Harnham didn't make that save, where would we be right now?
Yeah, absolutely crazy. Things changed very quickly. It's the fastest team sport in the world for a reason.
We all love it.
We do indeed love it. 4 players along the wall trying to force that puck loose as we go into the final minute. Blizzard's still there as Earl sends it on goal and through the crowd. Harnham able to get to that one. Marner trying to take away his eyes, but the goalie gets it.
I think for the most part, Marner did take his eyes away, but Harnham, he's played a spectacular game tonight. And the Blizzard, as you said, the play changed on a dime there. And the Blizzard had the momentum going, but that save, wow.
And back come the Growlers. Tilly toward the net, just missed Canes with the pass. 40 seconds left. As Canes elects to keep it in for Boland in the corner. He's happy to keep the puck down here. Earl trying to take it away from him. Canes is actually the guy who comes up with it for the Pinnacle Growlers. Can't skate behind the net as he was cut off. Dobbin for the Pinnacle Growlers back at the blue line. Sends it over to the far side of the ice. Toward the goal, but it's just wide. Final 15 seconds of the hockey game. Now final 10 seconds with the puck still on the wall. Growler players slapping the sticks on the boards over at the bench. And this one's over. Pinnacle Growlers take the 3 points. And they are victorious here on a Thursday night at the Glacier in Mount Pearl by a score of 5-3 over the East Coast Blizzard. Both these teams have 1 game left in the regular season. It is against each other. That's Saturday night, 7:30, and that one will be played at the arena out in the Goulds. Final thoughts, Nick.
Look, that was a great game of hockey, start to finish, and one of the great moments of hockey right here, the handshake line, and a fantastic game on both ends. We've seen a great showcase of what this league and these two teams have to offer in terms of the skill, in terms of the fast-paced play, in terms of fantastic goaltending on both ends tonight. We saw some great power play, some great penalty kills, great penalty kill moments from guys like Michael Skinner, great power play moments from guys like Declan Flynn, some great saves as the two goalies come together now at center ice, Comden and Harnham, who, again, an immense amount of respect for each other.
Both guys great. Harnham, 26 saves on 29 shots against. He had a great night. Some highlight reel saves, of course. 38 saves for Ty Comden, not to be outdone. Both of them played great. Both of them gave their teams chances to win. Is just that one save, the TSN turning point right there.
Absolutely, and it's no matter what level you're playing, you have that moment in every game where, okay, it could be a minute in and it flips. It could be a minute left and it flips. So, Matt, it's been great to be here. I'm going to turn it over now to producer Nathan Edwards to sign off with you.
Thanks so much, Nick. Pleasure to have you as always.
So, as we said, we are playing in the Ghouls on Saturday night, which just means it's our final regular season broadcast.
Yes, unfortunately, just the way some of the older buildings, smaller buildings are put together doesn't really lend itself well to broadcast. So we're not going to be able to have Saturday's game on AO Live. We thank you for being with us here tonight. When we come back for playoff action, that 2 versus 3 series between the Osprey and the Blizzard.
That is now confirmed. They are the home team. They have the home ice advantage.
There you go. Well, games 3 and 4 will be here on AO Live.
3, 4, and 5 if necessary.
Yes.
Unsure of where we're playing yet. Hopefully in a rink we can stream.
For playoffs, we'll make it happen no matter what.
Ice time is hard to come by in town. It's been a great regular season so far. I called a lot of games the weekend. I barely got a voice left.
Well, luckily we had Nick able to step in and help us out at the broadcast tonight. It was wonderful to have him. The broadcast booth is always open. I'm happy to have all of my friends drop by at any time.
It's been a bumpy regular season. The injury bug is there.
Oh yes.
What was it now? We got Jordy out, Logan out, Pilgrim out, and Malachi Marner out, all on the IR.
Yep.
Could that have made a difference to those players tonight? Possibly.
Yeah, those guys are game changers, but you know what? Every team's dealing with injuries this time of the year.
It was a good game.
Yeah,
I got to say, hats off again to my good friend Nick Hillier for coming out and saving my voice.
Yeah, it was absolutely wonderful. We're so glad you were along for the ride. For our cameraman, Robbie Little, for my colleague, Nathan Edwards, my name is Matt Little, bidding you good night from the Glacier in Mount Pearl. Once again, final score, Growlers 5, Blizzard 3, and you've seen it on AO Live.